this is Indigenous Patriot, and I'm Sean. Thank you for joining me. We got a couple things that we're going to discuss today. Hopefully this will be a, regular size video, nothing overly large. I don't know if you guys like them big or not. Anyway, so stay tuned. If you enjoy commentary on current events, reviews, Indigenous culture, I'm the channel for you. Hit the subscribe button and share. Let's go. First thing I want to talk about is Joe Biden's inauguration speech. Now, a lot of people stated that it was one of the better speeches, that it showed compassion. I personally think that it's a difference between having somebody beat the crap out of you for the last 4 years and then having somebody say nice things to you. He did good. I'm not saying that. I'm just making a joke. In any case, one of the things that was called out, though, by the right, because they can't just say good job, Joe, is several of them were offended by the comments on white supremacists and nationalists. You had Karl Rove, you had Tucker Carlson, the list goes on, where they stated that they were offended. Well, why? Why are you offended? If I did not consider myself a white supremacist and I heard statements like those, I might go, you know what? Yes, F those guys. We need to get rid of those guys. White supremacy has no place in our politics. But if I felt like they were talking to me, then maybe I would be offended. Get over yourselves. The fact of the matter is that until we take a hard look at how we treat other people, until we take a hard look at the politics that not just comes from our mouths, but actually from our actions and how these particular policies and procedures affect people, how things like disenfranchisement of the vote and how pushing towards things like an LGBTQ inequality, until we take a look at how these things affect people, you really don't have anything to say. You really should just nod your head and say, yes, white supremacists are bad, let's get rid of them. That's my personal opinion. Congratulations to Jamie Harrison on his formalization as the chairman of the DNC. I think that you're going to do a wonderful job, very astute, well-spoken. You should have beaten Lindsey Graham, but that's a different story, and it's not your fault at all. You did well. I'm proud to see that there is a future beyond this past year, and I look for the good things that you're going to be doing. Keep up the good work. Talking about national committees, we have Rick Scott from Florida, who stated that he's going to be backing GOP incumbents. The fact of the matter is ever since Donald Trump felt as though certain members of the GOP did not back him during his whole, attempt to overturn the election and have a soft coup, he's been threatening to create his own super PAC or his own party or his own channel, or maybe all of it, I'm not really sure. And he's threatening to primary the people that did not agree with him. People like the governor of Georgia, people like, now Mitch McConnell, etc. Well, the NRSC chair, who happens to be Rick Scott, as stated earlier, said that he's going to be supporting these incumbents. He's going to be pushing for them to retain their seats in the next several elections. When he was pressed on if those challenges would continue even if Donald Trump primaried people against these senators and whatnot, Rick Scott reiterated, I'm going to support the incumbents, which seems like it's a pretty good split from the last 4 years where everything he did was kowtowing to Donald Trump. maybe these people are going to start feeling like they just got out of an abusive relationship. I know I do. Joe Biden is likely to maintain the New START treaty that the United States has with Russia. And what the New START treaty is basically an agreement that they aren't going to continue to produce warheads and deploy them. It's a de-weaponization, a denuclearization of stockpiles, I suppose we could say. I guess each side having 1,000 nuclear warheads deployed is enough. I'd say it's enough. It's way more than enough. It's way more than enough to destroy a lot of people. So, yeah, I kind of back the whole denuclearization plea. Trump's advisor, his lead negotiator on it, the name was Marshall S. Billingsley. My name is Marshall S. Billingsley, Esquire the Third. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That kind of name just sounds like right for that. You know, I drink my tea with my pinky out. Wrote on Twitter Thursday that Biden would be making a mistake by quickly agreeing to a 5-year extension. He says, hope it's not true. If so, shows stunning lack of negotiating skill. Took just 24 hours for Biden team to squander most significant leverage we have over Russia. I don't want to hear shit from the whole Trump administration on what we should be doing with Russia, considering the fact that they hacked us twice and you haven't done nothing. You didn't do nothing. All the Trump administration did was say, oh, no, it could have been China. Could have been China. And then when it came out that it was Russia, it was like crickets. There was like nothing. You know, hey, what are we going to do about Russia? Okay? So, yeah, I'm not really down with your opinion on this whole thing, Mr. Billingsley. Let's let the current administration determine what it's going to do. We still don't actually know if there's going to be any kind of modifications to the New START treaty, because the current reporting is kind of preemptive. I got it out of Stars and Stripes. It's people speaking on, you know, the condition of anonymity so that they can talk ahead of time before it's officially announced. So we'll see how that goes. You know, if you've watched my Fake News on Trial series, that I kind of ask you to take these whole anonymous sources with a grain of salt. That's really important going forward. So the next news segment's going to be about how zombies have invaded. I'm just kidding. We were told that ISIS was done and kaput, and you know, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore because Donald Trump single-handedly went in like Rambo and just destroyed them all, right? Well, no. So according to an article from Business Insider, this is the actual article title, 20-year-old U.S. Army soldier charged with providing kill targets for ISIS, plotting ways to attack the 9/11 memorial in New York. So apparently, a 20-year-old U.S. Army soldier was arrested on federal terrorism charges and is accused of trying to help ISIS kill other service members in the Middle East, according to the Justice Department. See, that is where we can actually kind of go, maybe there's something to it, because instead of anonymous sources, it's the Justice Department. Private First Class Cole Bridges is accused of helping plan targets like the 9/11 memorial in New York City and giving advice about the best ways to fortify an ISIS encampment to repel an attack by U.S. Special Forces. It says, Private First Class Cole Bridges betrayed the oath he swore to defend the United States by attempting to provide ISIS with tactical military advice to ambush and kill his fellow service members, according to Audrey Strauss of the Southern District of New York, who's a U.S. attorney. Our troops risk their lives for our country, but they should never face such peril at the hands of one of their own. And I agree. The whole radicalization of our youth is alarming. It's not just people that are joining organizations like ISIS, it's also people that are joining organizations that are domestic. I mean, we saw what happened January 6th. Bridges is alleged to have plotted online with an FBI employee disguised as an ISIS sympathizer around October of 2020. He enlisted in the Army as a cavalry scout and was assigned to the 3rd Infantry Division out of Georgia in September of 2019. It was during this time that Bridges began researching and consuming online propaganda promoting jihadists and their violent ideology, and became vocal about the movement on social media, the Justice Department said. So the way that I just said that last sentence wasn't that cool, but I don't think I'm going to cut it out, so let's go with it. Bridges, who expressed his frustrations with the U.S. military and his desire to aid ISIS, then transitioned to provide military training for what he believed to be ISIS. So it's kind of like To Catch a Predator, but it's more like To Catch a radicalized future militant, I guess. In January, Bridges submitted to the informant a video of himself wearing body armor in front of an ISIS flag. Around a week later, he submitted another video with his manipulated voice narrating an ISIS propaganda speech, the Justice Department alleged. Bridges could have chosen a life of honorable service, but instead he traded it for the possibility of a lengthy prison sentence, FBI Assistant Director William Sweeney Jr. said. We have to figure it out. What is radicalizing these people so thoroughly? It's an epidemic. Look at QAnon. QAnon is it's completely an online radicalization of people. And it's crazy the things that these people are going to believe. Democrats are Satanists that sacrifice children so that they can harvest adrenochrome in the basement of Comet Pizza, but there's no basement in the Comet Pizza, and apparently the adrenochrome doesn't work because out of all the Democrats, you think that Nancy Pelosi was taking it, and she's clearly not. Listen, I got nothing against Nancy Pelosi, but she's not taking adrenochrome. Just, use your senses, right? We have to figure out what's going on, and we have to handle it because it's only going to grow from here. The internet is the next frontier, in my opinion. We don't know everything that people are saying everywhere that they're saying it, and we need to kind of not spy on them, because I'm definitely not into the whole surveillance of American citizens. But we need to understand that this stuff is going on and provide the proper resources and training to stop it. And in the cases where it breaks terms of service, we need to make sure that the companies that have those terms of service are following through with them. I'm going to end this video with one last piece of news. So, Rick from Project Lincoln has stated that their next focus is going to be on our man Ted Cruz, as well as some other people that are in that same, the traitor caucus kind of thing. So I look forward to seeing some of the videos that they come out with. They're short videos. Maybe I could get their permission to play clips of them on some of my videos so that, we could do reaction videos on the videos of the videos. I don't know. If you enjoy this type of content, please remember to hit the subscribe button, share with your friends. I really appreciate that. I'm really hoping to see this channel grow. By the end of the year, I'd like to have 1,000 subscribers. So let's push that as our goal. It's with your help that that's going to happen. Your ability to share, your ability to have conversations. Talk to me in the comment section down below. Discuss things with me on Twitter. I'm IndigPatriot on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm IndigPatriot basically everywhere except for Parler and Telegram and Gab. Yeah. Anyway, the pitch Canawe. I will see you again.